So the first song is Song for Hal. It's about a friend of the band's, Hal Willner, who died early on with COVID, and it's very heartfelt. And like I have a friend who messaged me, and he said that he felt like it was a little like too personal almost. Like this was just feelings that we didn't need to be a part of.
Okay.
Which is a huge thing that we will talk about later this year when we talk about Songs of Innocence, but I thought that was interesting. The first few seconds, I just kept saying, "Bono sounds weird."
I know,
Y
I
y
was like, "What is Bono doing with his voice?
yeah, yeah.
Where is this going?"
Yeah, it was so weird, but then it hit me, and, like, if you watch the video, you can almost see the light bulb. Like, it's just so obvious when I, figure it out and when Jenny figures it out. But
Yeah,
if
we
you're
were, like, 5 seconds apart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a clip, so if you only listen and you don't watch, like, on YouTube or anything, there is in our socials, there is a clip that's really funny, like, I've watched it a couple times, like, it's just really funny. So, okay, the guitar is so very Edge. Like, there are just times where you hear a song and you know it's Edge, and I
Mhm.
kinda wish that I wasn't always, like, right on top of everything. Like, if there's a song released, I'm gonna know about it. Like, that's not something that's gonna accidentally happen, but it would be really cool to, like, be in the grocery store or hear on your non-XM radio and
Right.
be like, "That's Edge."
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but there's something about the sound, and this is a compliment. I know you guys, I don't like No Line on the Horizon, but the beginning of this has something that sounds like something on No Line on the Horizon, and I like it. It's a great
Yeah.
sound. Okay,
I mean, people are hearing all kinds of albums in this, but that's definitely
yeah,
one that's been mentioned, yeah.
I played my mom, Song for Hal, and she really like several said this to me several times since she first heard it, that Edge has a better voice than Bono by, like, a lot, and, like, I'm not just crediting her or Edge, but when you have a rock band, that's what I want, a rock band. I mean, that's
Right.
I think, all the trying to go in different places, that's fine, but in my heart I am 100% rock, and
Mhm.
that's what I need to survive. But I think Edge's voice is maybe a little too tranquil for a whole rock album. Like,
Yeah.
Bono's got that in his voice, the gravelly,
Mhm.
um, voice that, has been places and will go places and whatever. Edge's voice is just kind of, like, sweet, and this song is sweet and beautiful. So my last note about it is, so Hal Willner, again, he died from COVID, and he died at home instead of being in a hospital where you can't have visitors or anything, and you just die
Right.
alone. And so, it's very I think it's I mean, I'm sure as a friend, it's gotta be very reassuring that he was with loved ones when he passed away.
Yeah. So much so. Oh my gosh, Edge's voice. Like, I mean, we heard it there's Seconds, and there's New Year's Day, and we heard him on the B stage at Pop Mart,
Yeah.
and there's those magical moments in, like, Miracle Drug,
Yeah.
and but Miracle Drug is close, but it's just such a short snippet, but we've
Yeah.
never heard the power in his voice like
Mm-mm.
this, and he wrote this assuming Bono would sing it,
Yeah.
and you could hear that in, like, the melody and the note change, like, the falsettos and the ups and downs, and he said in Propaganda that Bono was like, "No, and this is for you," like, that's not a quote, but he wanted Edge
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sing it, but he also sounds so comfortable.
He does.
You know what I mean? Like, his voice is going places we haven't heard, and it doesn't sound like I don't know, it sounds natural,
Yeah, it really
which
does. It's so impressive.
it's so great. It's just an amazing tribute, and if they end up playing it live, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Absolutely
Absolutely
gorgeous.
gorgeous. And yeah, being in the feelings of someone else's feelings that you don't need to be in.
Yeah.
Yes, but also, are there many U2 songs that aren't feelings we shouldn't be?
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
I absolutely
When you
get that.
actually learn what's in the songs.
Right, but there are a few that are just, like, overtly personal
Right.
that I don't wanna
You're like, "No, that was
I
not
don't
a
need to know,
place
I don't
I'm
wanna know.
comfortable sitting
Yeah,
in." Yeah.
yeah,
And Gavin Friday, who did work with him too, does a lovely tribute for him in Propaganda, and he talks about how people like him and how they, like, grew up, like, being tweens. I don't know if they was tween back then, but they felt so alone in the world because they felt alone until they found music, and when they found music, they found their community, and he's alluding to, like, Edges so much. It's like, you're not alone when no one's there, like,
yeah,
there's music and a community out there for you, like, you'll never be alone when you're in this world, which is just
yeah.
gorgeous. Ugh,
But, you know, I
this
mean, I think I kinda feel like if you are in the U2 fandom, you can always say that because there's always somebody who will,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
help you out. That's what we do.
that is what we do. Okay. Well, thank you, Edge, for
Thank
Hal, and
you.
thank you for Bono for telling him to sing it. And, oh my god, we are gonna talk about this more, but Adam and Larry carry this entire EP.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a lot to say
Yeah.
about that too.
Yeah. So we'll get into that in the next songs.
We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your U2 friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with the Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, the Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.